about close to 5 months of a delay, I have the Peebles set ready to go. The handle for the tickler is set. As you notice, it moves just nicely without this back one moving. Knobs are in place. The only thing I had to do was to take care of the batteries, and that's what that strange red thing is. Let me see if I can do this single-handed. What I did was I made a circuit board, and it holds all those 9 volts in place, and it's tapped off at the various voltages, and then the whole shebang slides down on top. So it's all set to go. That was the only thing I was waiting on. I had to see if I had the 9-volt clips, and I just found them recently. So it's ready. This will hold up to 2 1.5-volt batteries in parallel. I'm just going to go ahead and use one. I've got a speaker attached to this, and we're hooked up to the big old Cliff Dwellers skyhook antenna up there. And I've also grounded, if you want to call it a ground, it's more like a counterpoise, this big old school desk. So without further ado, let me go ahead and attach the power to it, and I'll just give a quick demonstration. I won't go through all the bands. In fact, all the bands don't work. I think maybe the first 3 do. Not sure what's going on with the others, but I'm going to be moving on. I got it working. I can play with it later, but I do want to demonstrate this. Alright, I'm set up. Looks a little messy, but if you've seen this radio room, you'd understand what messy is all about. It's become a catch-all again, so don't mind my mad scientist layout. So first thing I'm going to do, let's get the B battery hooked up. I'm going to move this wire over. Let me look and see how this is all set up. Okay. Green goes here in the middle, so I'll go ahead and put the 90 in place. There's that. This ought to make a nice little sparky spark. No, it doesn't. Okay. That's good. I'm going to have to get in here. Alright. 90-volt battery's hot. Turn on the amplifier. And there we go. And we're already getting some sound coming out of the little speaker over here. So let's check. There's plong. There's plong. Whoa! There's a lot of plong on that one. Okay, so we're good. Move our antenna out of the way. That's all set. Go to our top band. And we'll start moving. Hey, take a look. Listen here. You'll hear it in a minute. That's long wave. Alright, we'll slowly tune. Now, there's probably still something wrong with this set. Probably would need to be adjusted because it really gets hot towards the end of this dial. Don't hear anything yet. Okay, now we're starting to get something, so time to back this off. There we go. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. There we go, we're getting something.
Why would anybody want Ryan Ludwig? Why would anybody trade for him and take on the $9 million they owe him? Two, if Devin Mesoraco's coming off a hamstring injury, why would you want to put him in left?
That is probably WLW, if I had to guess.
Those are both good points, Lance, and I understand that. And
now we'll keep going. I realized how broad this thing tunes. Bring it up a bit. A lot of this is probably from the AT&T broadband. It's very close to that antenna, so it's sending off spurious noise. Here we go, we're getting something. It's there, but I can just barely get them in. I should be getting towards the strong signals shortly. Here we go.
With 4 laps to go, not that I necessarily want to stir that one up, but then the next thing is that everybody remembers that...
That's 1070, the fan, because this is the talk of Gasoline Alley as I live in Indianapolis, and I'm terribly ashamed of myself. I cannot remember this gentleman's name, but he is the historian for the 500, and he's got all the stories. He's been there since about, in fact, this is his 50th year at the track, because he started in '64, and every year they have the talk of Gasoline Alley, and callers will call in and tell me about AJ Foyt or this and that. I've actually had the pleasure of talking with him a couple of times. If you remember the midget tape, supposedly that was owned by one of the race drivers. We weren't ever to prove 100% that it was what it was, but chances are it was. So this is 1070, the fan. We'll keep going here. Let me adjust this. You can see how easy it is to move this.
Software to get rid of the jack and even remove viruses. Speed up your computer today with speedcounts.com. Get your free computer.
It'll clean up your computer and even clean up chlamydia.
That's speedcounts.
You'll never get it from the toilet seat again. That's WNDE if I had to guess.
What is his answer? This is Fox Sports Radio.
Oh, that's how we come up with the big plays.
We are Fox Sports.
Burgers and
$49 a box. These really are the best prices inside. And new eyewear is a great way to get
$13.10
for the spring. So do me a favor.
today. 1-800-514-1922.
Bump that. Doesn't give you much before it starts breaking into oscillation.
You can only get your complimentary sample by calling 1-800-514-1927. 1-800-514-1927. Wikipedia says sports are defined as activities which are based
That's
on
1430. Yes, we have 3 sports stations on the AM dial. CBS, Fox, and the Fan. Or, as I think I should put it the way Spats Bear does, it's sports. If he's listening, I know he's laughing his ass off at that. I tend to agree with him. I think it's overrated. I only watch any type of game if it's critical. Like a playoff game. If our team's in there, then I'll watch it. But other than that, I could care less. Now this is on the high end of the AM band. Kind of touchy. Is this our Spanish station? That figures they go into the solo, not sing. So we'll see if this is them or not. Yeah, that's them. So this is the high end of the AM band. Okay, now let's go to the next band. Switch over. There we go. Nothing there yet. Ah, we got something. Not sure who this is. Sounds like AM though. Okay, this is a continuation of the AM band. That's the end of the AM band here. So that's what that winding does.
Kings Island is alive.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They think you can lead guys.
Tune's pretty good too. Now see, I should have action here. I've got this thing cranked over and I don't have anything, so I'm not sure if I have to remove windings or what that whole deal is. Like I said, this has just been brought back to life after about, what, 13 years? 14 years, actually. I built this in 2000. So, like any regenerative receiver, you have to go in and you have to play with it with the windings and get things adjusted to make everything work all the way through the bands. I haven't done that here. I'm just doing this just to get it out of the way. It's done. I want to get onto some other things. So, we'll go to the next band. I'm quickly moving over. Here we go. We should be getting into shortwave now. Oh, that's a hard one. Nah, I'm having a devil of a time getting them. Let's see if I can crank it up a little bit. My amplifier. Oh, that's just on the edge of respectability. It's a religious station, so yes, this is shortwave. Somewhere ought to be the 80-meter band. Hang on, I got a singing tube. There we go, that'll take care of it. Well, I can hear them. Touchy. the other thing about this, when you get up this high, very touchy. Hand capacitance. That's the reason why I think Mr. Peebles said use this. And we got another tube. Come on. Come on. There.
And then there were times where I was in bed for 2 or 3 days.
Got him.
And that was a common thing throughout the 80s. Now, what seems to happen is that when I'm at my word processor, I receive these visions. Scott even claims his visions are all cataclysmic disasters. Simultaneous tornadoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, and volcanic eruptions, all exploding across our planet in the years leading up to the millennium.
Interesting.
The disasters that I see occur in a sequence.
A modern Nostradamus.
The warning signs of what the sequence would be. The kind of...
Okay. Now, see, I don't think this band 4 will work. Yeah, see, I'm at the top end of the band. This thing should have kicked into high, and it's not doing anything. So that's... Here's a little thump I heard, but... Whoa, hello. There it is. It's doing something here, but I don't know if there's any band. It's very narrow. And also very touchy. Well, I don't know of any better way to annoy the hell out of your wife or your spouse by doing this. Well, there are some signals there, but boy, what a pain in the ass to have to tune it like this. So, like I said, hey, look at that, there is a signal here.
April of 92, followed by the June 28th Landers earthquake.
Okay, this is our Nostradamus guy again. I'm now halfway in the band. I'm not even sure where I'm at. I'm probably around the 49 meter band or something. Now see, it becomes deaf again. Well, if you got any ideas, Mr. Peebles, I've built it just like you have. Whoa, shit, piss, and corruption there. I built it just to your specifications. I don't know why it's acting like this, but again, I think it needs to be tuned. Oop, there's something. There was a plop. It's probably now the regeneration is so touchy it's not going to do anything. Yeah. It won't do anymore. But you get the gist of how this thing works. There we go.
But when you finish, you notice that the handle on the toilet is broke and it will not flush. You try everything. You try taking the top off, flushing it from the inside, but it's not going anywhere.
Why are we talking about toilets?
We've got NBA playoff action to close.
That's pretty much it. Full regeneration. This is the Peebles, I think he called it the 3-tube Super Looper. And great little gadget. I enjoyed this is one of the first construction projects I've ever did, so my build quality is not all that great. I think I've radically improved since then, but it's still a treat to play around with it, and now that I have it in this format, it'll be easier to display. And maybe one of these days I'll get around to adjusting the tickler and getting everything tuned the way it should. But if Mr. Peebles can chime in, I know he's going to be watching this eventually. He's bound to, but he's got his name associated with this. Chime in. Tell me what I may need to do. I imagine it has something to do with the tickler. Whether I have to add more windings or reduce them, doesn't matter. I'm not sure which of the two I have to do here. You've already seen how it behaves, so let me know. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and the next video is probably going to be that little purple homebrew which I just got, little 1940s one. I can't wait to break into it. I've got to see how that thing's built.
It's easy to save 15% or more on your car insurance with Geico. Just go to Geico.